made it. We're in Connecticut, baby! There's so much to see, so let's go explore. Just wait until I enter my boating era. What a dream life. I think I'm gonna really like Mystic. Oh my gosh, guys, I just checked into the hotel and I see I did it again. I gotta give you a room tour, but first, let me just show you out the window really quick. Literally, I didn't get a water-facing room, but if you stand on this side, the water's right there. This is also like a Seaport Museum that I get free access to staying here. Oh my gosh, look at all of this. I'm not mad about this at all. We have tonight and then 2 full days in Connecticut before we leave. I chose Mystic because it's right on the water. I don't know, it looks really cute. I assume tomorrow we're going to see Mystic all day, and then maybe the next day we venture out and see another little town, but there's already so much to do here. The sun's going down soon. I made a dinner reservation here tonight, so I'm probably just gonna settle in, dinner, and really just rest up for a full adventure day tomorrow. I don't know if y'all noticed in any of the travel vlogs so far, but baby got a new suitcase. It's me. I'm baby. Look at how cool this is. It's been on a couple flights with me so far. It's doing great. This is from Quince, and I'm getting to partner with Quince on today's video. A brand I love. A brand I have a lot of things from. This suitcase, look at this. It's even just this like hard shell exterior pocket. There's all of these tiny little zippers that I didn't even like need to fill for this trip, but there's just so much storage in here. I actually have a clip. I have a couple random clips from the last trip. 1, showing my mom my suitcase, and 2, everything I wore to the beach in Texas was from Quince. So let's just roll that footage really quick. Hi, it's me from either 1 or 2 vlogs ago. I can't remember the order of videos that I'm about to film. I just have to show you my beach outfit, but all of these things are from Quince. So I just wanted to show you all of that. Okay, this cover up, I love the length of it. Like I feel very covered and very like modest in a sense, but still a little bit sexy. Because the knit of this is almost like a fishnet knit. So it's kind of semi-sheer. So you can still see my swimsuit underneath, which this swimsuit is also so cute. It's from Quince, I'm gonna show y'all. I don't know if that's weird, but I got a high-waisted bottom and then this like kind of scoop neck top. I always look for a scoop neck or square neck. And I think this one's cute, the like bow it has in the back. And these are the perfect beach sunglasses, and they're actually pretty identical to some that I had forever ago and loved and lost. So this is my beach fit. I had on long sleeves and pants for a walk, but now we're about to go sit in the shade, and so I feel like I can have my legs out, which is great because it is so hot out there. It is like 100 degrees out there. So having something that still has some sun coverage, but is a lot more breezy, especially with these little pockets in it, is perfect for the beach right now. So it's my little beach fit. I will link all these things down below too. I'm feeling really cute. Look at how agile that is. That is amazing. That is a huge selling point. This thing is packed too. Look at this. This is the biggest computer that they make at Apple. And it fits in this like hard shell.
What's that song from the?
Oh, I know what you're thinking about.
Yeah, shoot cartoon.
Oh
yeah,
yes.
Yes.
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
Woke up in Brooklyn with a frown upon my face. The sky's the limit. Time to play. I'll put down roots some other day. So, anyways, thank you to Quince for partnering with me on this video. I'm gonna link the things that I mentioned down below. You probably see me wear, oh my gosh, all the time, the cashmere cardigans. I'm gonna link those too. Oh my gosh, these earrings that I wear every single day, they've been out of stock forever. I try to link them in every video and they've been out of stock. I saw today that they're back in stock, so I'll link these earrings too. A lot of my go-tos are from this brand. So the fact that they're doing luggage now, chef's kiss, because their pricing is so much better than other places. They're basically factory direct. They don't have a middleman. So when they don't have a middleman, they don't like jack the price up. So you can get really luxury things at a lot more of an affordable price point. So we love that. Anywho, that's my little travel spiel for you. Quince does have free shipping on every single order and then a 365-day return policy. I'm gonna have all these things linked down in my description box if you wanna shop them before they sell out. There we are, ready to get freshened up for dinner. So here's the room a little bit closer. We got bed, mirror, that goes to another room. Windows along this wall, there's a little like dining area and some seats at this little bar nook situation. There's all of that. And then the bathroom is so nice. I'm not gonna lie. There was another hotel that I had seen tagged before and I wanted to stay in it, but the price for that was so much more than this spot. I don't know if I looked into it just being slow season here right now, but I went ahead and just kind of blindly booked this. I couldn't see too many pictures or reviews or anything. And I feel like this is hard to beat. I don't think that the other one could beat this. It's so, like, all the details. The lobby was beautiful too. I can't wait to explore it more. And they have free breakfast, so heck yeah to that. Look at the view. Look at the view. Also during dinner, I researched to see if there was a sailboat that I could go on solo. And I booked a sunset one for tomorrow night, but they need 10 people to book for it to go through. And it looks like only 3 people have booked. So I hope it goes through so that we could sail this tomorrow night at sunset, because that would be magical. Ready for our first full day in Mystic. This is what I think the itinerary is. The museum next door that I get free entry to is now officially open. So I feel like starting there and then just walking all the way into town. Town is between like half a mile to a mile away depending on like where you're going on Main Street. And I wrote down a few spots. It looks like Sift Bakery is very popular. They might have a gluten-free cookie. There's a spot called Red 36 that has a whole separate gluten-free menu, but your girl's trying to find a gluten-free lobster roll. And their lobster roll's not on their gluten-free menu, but I'm hoping maybe they could modify it. I want to see all the shops. I think I might save the aquarium till tomorrow because I need to get my car to drive there, and I kind of just want to leave my car and walk all day. One small complaint I do have at this hotel is the doors are paper thin. And I'm right by the elevator, so I can hear every single person like they're in the room. So keep that in mind if you stay here. I'm really hoping the sale happens tonight. I'm hoping enough people book. Because if so, they say to get there early, so I'll try to get there at like 5 or 5:30 for the 6 o'clock sale. There's truly so much to do and see here. The grounds are huge. I did not realize there's so many like external properties. Whenever there's these blue and yellow flags, it means that somebody is like demonstrating their trade inside. So you can go see different trades. There's different talks. You can do sales. There's movies. Guy also told me that there's some boats that we can go walk on and tour. The main big sailboat is getting her sails replaced and won't be available till later today. But the fact I can get in for free, normally it's like $35 for an adult. So that's a huge, huge, huge perk. And I saw on TikTok, somebody post a tiny little lighthouse. And he gave me this map and I need to look at it closer because, oh wait, it's literally on the back. I bet it's near the sailboats. I want to go see that. Look at how huge these grounds are. So this is the Seaport Village. It's like truly little village. This is the sailboat that's getting its sails, meaning that is here. Looks like the lighthouse is beyond it there, but the grounds continue on and on and on and on. It's so huge. Onward, this way. There's a sermon happening from 1890 being read in here.
You have under God in your power the redemption of this land from
We made it to the lighthouse, and it says it's open. You go inside. There's like a 10-person capacity, and I just saw a lot of people go in, but also there's a boat going by right now. Oh, this is good stuff. Okay, the door says 2 films, 45 minutes each. So let's go in. Let's see. How to look at a lighthouse. Lighthouse facts and figures. Ooh, buddy. I see kids running in my direction, so I'm gonna enjoy every second of being the only one in here. Okay, I gotta watch this film. I suppose this is one of the boats that you can enter on because there's a entrance ramp. So let's go see what it's like. Wow. I think you could legitimately spend 2 solid days here with the number of buildings that they have open and the number of like exhibits and demonstrations and movies and experiences. I want to go into at least a couple of the demonstrations. There's a grocery store up here, and you all know I'm a sucker for a good grocery store. So I was seeing what the grocery store was like back in these times. I think would be really interesting and fun. And then I might try, I'm not even through the first half of the property, much less going into anything. Oh, look at this cottage. So cute. So I'm gonna, you know, choose sparingly so that we can still walk into town and see town, because you literally could spend 2 days here. I'm not joking. Like, I kind of want to come back and spend 2 days just going through every single building here. But first, let's go see what this little grocery store is like inside, shall we? Groceries, hardware, coffee, tea, spices. Okay, there was a demonstration happening there. It was more of kind of like math of breaking down the cost of everything and how much people got paid. Now I'm in the druggist and the chemist's building. There's not a demonstration happening in here. I will say I'm trying to like get clips without getting kids in the clips. There are so many kids here. There's so many groups, schools, summer camps, I don't know. So it is a little tricky to film and to not accidentally get children's faces. So nobody's in the chemist building. It's really cool to see all these things up close and personal. There's some things that I'm semen car damp. Don't know what that is. Is this like a doctor's chair? That looks like a feet stirrup on like a headrest. Do people lay on this table? I got questions. Oh yeah, doctor's office. I do wish they were doing a demonstration because I got questions, let me tell you what. And this is a home. Yeah, I would move in here, especially with the water views. There's a fireplace. Wow. It's from year 1839. I think I could have lived in the 1800s. Survival of the fittest. My body, actually. I got too many diseases. I don't think I would have lived with that science that we just saw in that doctor's office. I need modern science to survive, I fear. But look at the outside of the home we were just in. The flower boxes. Oh, okay, so many children yelling. One of each of the gluten-free option cookies. And it's very crowded out here, but I'm just gonna do a taste test with you right here, right now. Look at the size of that. Oh yeah, that's pretty freaking good. I got a ginger gluten-free one too, and this one is so thick. Oh my god. Look at how thick that is. Oh, honestly, I like it more than I thought I would. I think because my expectations were lower for the ginger one, it exceeded it. And then my expectations were really high for the chocolate chip one, and it's like slightly right below what my expectations were. Okay. So I'm right on Water and Main Street, and there's a spot over here called Mystic Pizza. And apparently there's like a 1988, was it Julia Roberts? A movie that took place at this pizza spot. I haven't seen it, but I've been told I should watch it, so maybe I'll watch it. I've also been told that the pizza there is actually pretty bad. So people say don't eat the pizza, but if you've seen the movie, it's cool to see it. I haven't seen the movie, but maybe I will, and then in hindsight this will be like, whoa, that happened there. Just making a plan, finding my power bank. Oh, and it must be 2:30. There's a chime. Also, I posted on Instagram. I haven't told Instagram yet where I'm traveling, and I've asked people any guesses. Everybody's guessed Michigan, Maine, or Massachusetts. Only out of like maybe 200 guesses, only one person has guessed Connecticut. So it's not M-A, M-I, or M-E, but all of those places are beautiful too, and I love all the M states. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to stop in a clothing boutique, but there was some embroidered shell things that I just wanted to try on, and then I found a couple other things. So we're gonna do a silent try on, and I'm gonna give you more, depending on what I think about them. Too short. So I walked through a couple of clothing boutiques. I did get 2 shirts, nothing else worked. What was interesting though is I walked through one and I was like, all of this stuff's so cute, I haven't seen anything like this before. And then I walked through another store and it had the exact same things. The exact same things, the exact same wholesaler. Very cute, but it was so funny that I was like, oh, they didn't have this in one size, and then I went to another boutique and they had the exact same thing in more sizes. So that's hilarious. But I just got distracted behind the shops because I saw there was a cut through back to the water, and I just wanted to say hi to the water again. There is a vintage store 8 minutes kind of down a neighborhood street called Pennywise that seems to be open. There's another vintage store that's called Mine, but mine is closed today. So it is 8 minutes towards the hotel. I'm like, maybe I'll go ahead and check this out, and then it's probably only a 10-minute walk to the hotel from there, and then go ditch some things to have a lighter load on the sailboat tonight, which I'm so excited for. Didn't get anything from there, but I'm glad I came back for a few reasons. Had a couple work things I had to do, and I want to get my lighthouse passport and take it to get, I did find out that the Seaport Museum that we were at earlier does do passport stamps. So I'm gonna go back and see if I can get a stamp for that lighthouse. And I just want to change into something warmer for the boat. I'm gonna see if this works or not, cream on cream. I actually forgot that this is quince. I packed this because like how East Coast, how just like coastal, you know, boaty is this? This is cotton and it's so cozy. Do we like it with the white trousers? Or should I do jeans? Let me look in there. I definitely love the sweater. I want to wear the sweater, but I'm trying to decide if the same color trousers with it gives like chic monochromatic. I feel like it does feel very yacht-y. You know what I mean? I do think I want to walk back. So it's another mile back. So I have to be mindful of like if I'm gonna get icky in these pants, if I should do jeans. I probably will wear ballet flats instead of sneakers with this outfit. Whatever, I'm just gonna wear it. And if I feel ridiculous on the walk, then I can always pivot and call an Uber. Nobody said that the sale isn't happening, so I'm just assuming it is happening. I feel like I should refresh my face a little bit too. Good news, bad news, which do you want first? Bad news. I gotta go back to get my stamp tomorrow. The building that does the stamps closed literally 3 minutes before I got there. And I went to several other buildings and they were like, yeah, no, you gotta come back. Good news. The sale is happening. I see them checking people in right there. I really didn't think it would because it really didn't look like a lot of people booked, but maybe I'm wrong. So let's go get on the boat. I'm so happy. about halfway into our sail. Oh, it's crazy to hear the feet up there. Like if he's running, is that a bad sign? They're running around up there. It is very cold. We've already seen 3 lighthouses though, and we've been getting history of all the lighthouses, and I wanted to come see the like inside cabin, essentially. There's the head down here. There's a little kitchen down here. It's nice to get out of the cold for a second, but there's literally only 5 of us, so it's so chill. Thankfully they have blankets, and it's crazy to watch them move the sails and climb so high up. We learned a really funny history of an island here called North Dump. It has a lighthouse on it. I'm gonna have to, when we're back tonight, redo the history of it because it's actually hilarious. But there's really cute little stained glass on the windows, or these little port holes. Also, I normally don't like when something like this, like an excursion, has a tour guide telling you everything, but these guys are hilarious and the way they tell things. And like, if I had a history teacher that spoke like them, I would have gotten an A in history every year. I hated history. It was the only class I never got A's in, but I would take a history class from these guys for sure. I'm gonna go back out and see what I can see. I don't want to miss a lighthouse. It's nice to get warmed up for a second, and it was fun to see down here. Even though I was freezing the whole time, I was the quickest 2 hours of my life. I wish it wasn't over. I'm crossing back over this drawbridge, which we got to see lift, which was really cool. There's our ship in the background there. I'm toying with the idea of getting a little something to eat right here. This is S&P Oyster Bar. They have a whole separate gluten-free menu. I'm still pretty full from lunch and that massive cookie, but something warm sounds nice and I could stand eat a bit more. So maybe I'll just see if they have a little bar, and they have a pan-seared scallop appetizer. They also have a like mussels or clams or something warm on the appetizer as well too. So maybe I'll duck in, why the heck not? Oh, and there's a crazy sculpture right out front from here that is a fish made out of forks and knives. I need to figure out where I can cross so I can show you this a little bit closer. Look at this. That is made out of forks and knives. It's pretty cool, huh? It's our final full day here in Mystic. I just got off of some meetings and I only got halfway ready for my meeting, so pardon my lack of eyebrows with the rest of my makeup mostly done. Okay, today I really think we should go to the aquarium. I'll research if there's any neighboring towns to go and check out, but I love aquariums. We have to go get the lighthouse passport stamp for sure. We have to go find an antique spot somewhere because I need some art. I wanted to say dinner last night. I just got a couple appetizers at the S&P Oyster Bar. Cutest environment. I could see the lighthouse after sunset, like dusk. When the light turned on, I could see it from my table. The food, delicious. He said the scallops were literally caught like right up the road from where they were. And it had like this gluten-free kind of stir-fry rice noodle situation that I liked it better than the restaurant and this hotel. So keep that in mind. I got so many things running through my mind that I want to say, but I'm not going to be too chatty because we have a lot of adventures to do. So I'm going to finish getting ready. We're going to get a lighthouse passport stamp, and then I think we're going to go to the aquarium. How about that? Well guys, I successfully got my lighthouse passport stamp. Let me show it to you. I had to walk back to the really far entrance. It's like not close to where I'm staying at all. And it was a girl probably my age working the front today. And I said, hey, am I in the right spot for the lighthouse passport stamp? She goes, I don't know. I don't think so. And I was like, oh, the other side told me it would be on this side. She's like, let me go ask. And she went to ask somebody and they showed her where it was. And I was like, yeah, it's usually like an older person thing. I don't think there's a lot of people our age that really do this very often. She's like, yeah, it's cool though. But there's my stamp. It's pretty cute. Okay, now onward to the aquarium. Part of me wants to walk, but I haven't even mapped it. I think it's pretty far, maybe across a highway, so I should probably get my car. But it's a nice overcast day today. It's not too hot at all. It's not chilly. I thought it was gonna be chilly, but it's just like good walking weather, you know? So probably shouldn't, but I will map just to see what our options are. This shade is fantastic. I really don't know how large this place is. The penguin exhibit is closed, but I did the marsh walk. I at least did one indoor facility. I don't know if there's more indoor facilities, so I'm gonna keep exploring, but this might be my favorite because it's shaded and nice and cool, and beluga whales are something I don't see very often. There are California seals and sea lions, and so I got to learn a lot about those, which is great because we literally live like a couple minutes from them and see them every time we're at the ocean, almost every single day. So it's fun to learn a little bit more about those in our area. Okay, bye belugas. I'm right next to something that's, I think, called the Village. It looks like mostly just little shops and restaurants, but it kind of looks cute to walk through, and I'm just curious. I might go walk through that area, but I'm not hungry for a proper lunch. What I'm really craving is a smoothie. I'm craving a smoothie so bad, and there's a smoothie spot right next to that antique marine store that says it should be open today. So what I'm thinking our plan is go check out the Village, walk around, see what that's like, and then go get a smoothie in the afternoon and see that antique store, and then figure out our plan from there, depending on what we want to do. Oh wow. There looks like there's a lot of interesting stores here. A general store, just lots of things to see. Oh, I've heard about the haunted little bookshop. I saw that on TikTok, so that's interesting. Let's just go walk around this area. Let's go see. When I drove up, it said Mystic Historic Town Village, 60+ quality shops. 60+ quality shops. Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be pretty cute here. Okay, this spot, the honey spot, olive oil spot, and truffle spot were all attached as one. And the guy that was in there is his brother that like makes all of these things. All of the honey is unpasteurized, raw. And the one I ended up getting is from bees in San Diego. So I had to get that one. I got the coffee honey. The honey butters are insane. They just didn't come in the small sizes. But I got one of his cards so that I could order some online because the honey butters, I can't even tell you. There were like mint chocolate honey butters, but the ingredients were so minimal. Lemon pie, like snickerdoodle. They were so good. There's a garlic honey too. But I feel like if you had a spoon of that when you're feeling sick, the fact it's raw honey and garlic, I'm sure that has to be so good for immunity. So anyways, I love that spot. Here I am recently learning at the naturopath that my body can't process fats, and I just drank a ton of olive oil samples. That's on vacation, baby. Oh, I have heard rumor that this spot has one gluten-friendly donut. Do we dare look? So they had two. They had a Nutella or they had an apple cinnamon. Not me saying I needed a smoothie and then getting a donut instead. We'll take a bite and save the other half for breakfast tomorrow. That would go great with a hot coffee in the fall. It's really good. We're making a detour. A spot I wanted to visit yesterday. It's called Mine. Technically it is listed as an antique store, but when I see photos of it, it doesn't look like a normal antique store. It kind of looks like a lot of interesting, unique art. We're gonna find out together. We're gonna find out right now what it's like. This is what the building looks like. Let's head inside and see. I saw this little guy from far away and I just moved so much furniture to reach him because I could see that it said $5 for this little guy. Oh my gosh. I love him. I need him. He's so cute. He reminds me a lot of one that I got on our honeymoon in Maine. Honestly, I'm so glad I came here. I did not know what to expect, but it is so much cooler than a normal antique store because there are antiques. The pricing is insane. The fact this is $5, and I found this old, oh, it's upside down. It's an old grand piano pen for $6. But then there's like, I don't know, like collections of things, like a ton of ties, a ton of rolling pins, maybe, a ton of old metal letters, $5 each. Like, it's so interesting. Look at this. Old keys, old stamps. Oh, these are cool. Incorporate that somewhere as almost like an architectural thing. Like, it's just really interesting. I like it a lot. I'm having to be selective because suitcase. I don't exactly know what this is for, nor does it have a price, but it's like shell, like a circular tapestry. I'm like, is it meant to be hung on a wall? I don't know, but I'm gonna ask them the price of that. And then also, look at this shell purse. I think, I don't need it, but it's so cute. I was thinking I could repurpose these by putting hooks on them and using them for like bath towels. And I just found all of these different various hooks and just different little things. So I'm gonna play around and see like what looks best and like what the orientation, honestly, even this way would be cool. And see if I can find two matching to go on both of these. Oh, I can't wait to show you all the haul of the little things I've been finding so far because the price is so good for everything. Guys, I'm so freaking hype. That was the best thing ever. Ah! It was so hard to choose things. I had to put so many things back. I think I'm gonna make a TikTok or a reel of like the keep versus put back that I had to do. So if you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I haven't decided which one it's gonna go on yet, but go follow me over there because having to fit things in a suitcase is hard. I probably could have shipped things. I've done that in Maine before. I shipped myself a huge box of, because there's a couple big things I wanted to buy, and the shipping was like $60, but for treasures it's justifiable. Okay, now I've waited so long to have a smoothie that I've kind of lost my appetite, but I would love to get something fresh. I just have been really feeling the need to have some like fiber and some vegetables. So I still want to go see if that spot, if it's still open. Now it's like 3:30. I just spent so much time in there. Go see if that spot's still open and whatever that little other thing next to it was. So let's go get a juice or a smoothie or something and see if we can find more treasures. Brace your hearts for this parking spot. Are you kidding me? I hope this is a real parking spot. It looks like a parking lot. I think it's a real spot. And that's a public dock right there. I'm gonna assume it is. There's other cars back there at the wharf. So I think that this is a real spot. Let's go. I got a juice and a smoothie because I couldn't decide. And it's really hitting. And I'm now next door at the little shop. It's called a marine consignment shop. And oh, buddy, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to not buy everything in here too. I can already tell. There's like old ship things, a lot of brass, a lot of fish, a lot of anchors. Like actually, let me show you these real quick. These bottle openers. Like this one's a crab claw. There's a mermaid bottle opener too. I'm being quiet because it's really quiet in here. There's no music. Maybe we can just have subtitles. Well, the first aisle of that store had some little cute little things and home things, but the whole rest of it was actual marine things like rudders for boats and all sorts of things like that. Little parts and pieces and bits and bobs. So not as hard to pass in there as I initially thought, thankfully, because my suitcase cannot take anymore. But I am feeling a little revived after a green juice and a smoothie. I had them add flax seeds to my smoothie because I feel like I need some fiber. So you didn't need that update. Okay, I think I have a plan for us. I did not know if we would just stick around Mystic today because it's already 4 p.m. But I've been curious to see Madison. Madison, Connecticut is like 45 minutes away. And apparently there's like an actual proper beachfront beach. And so I'm just kind of curious to quickly see that town. And then 10 minutes away from that town, there's a very popular lobster roll spot called Lobster Landing. And I pulled up their website for $4. You can make the roll gluten-free. It looks super casual, outdoor, like almost just like a little shack on the water with picnic tables and such. So it could be fun to try to time that with sunset, which is 7:30, 7:45, 8, kind of that range. So that would give me, you know, a couple hours to see the beach, walk around Madison, and then get a later dinner on the way back. The only thing is I have to leave kind of early tomorrow morning. I just have to make sure my work is done, my bags are packed, and I get enough sleep tonight. But I just checked my email and work seems to be pretty chill. So even if I don't time dinner with sunset, let's take an adventure. Let's go see Madison. Let's go see a Connecticut beach. And we have to get a lobster roll in this vlog. Now that I have drank my vegetables, I feel good having just meat and bread and butter. Hopefully lots. I did not realize, of course, the name would imply. State beach, state park, have to pay to get in. Thankfully, since it's like after hours, it was $7 for me, but tip, my rental car, I rent from Hertz and you can like choose your rental car. I chose a red one because I was like, red is easy to find. What I should have done is I should have looked to see which one had a Connecticut license plate, because if you have a Connecticut license plate, it is free to enter state parks, or at least this one. There's a little hack for you if you're visiting. On this beach, looking out at this little island with a tiny lighthouse on it, reminds me I didn't quite yet tell you the history of North Dumpling Island. And it has a lighthouse on it. The lighthouse was built in like 1859 and it was later decommissioned, so they decided to just go ahead and sell the land. And they sold it to this guy. His name, oh gosh, his name was Dean something. He invented the Segway, and he was very wealthy because of that invention, and he had a ton of medical patents. And he bought this island, and this island is right between Connecticut and New York. So after owning it for a year, both Connecticut and New York tried to tax him. And he was like, no, I don't like this. So one thing he did, he tried to go fully off the grid. He put in some solar panels. This was in the 90s. He put in some solar panels and he put in this tiny little windmill. And then he gets a notice from New York saying that he has to take down the windmill because it's blocking the sunset. This is a tiny island in the middle of nowhere with a tiny, tiny windmill. So we were laughing because like that's obviously ridiculous. And so he gets mad and he says, you know what? I'm going to actually secede from the United States and become my own country. So he does that. He becomes the country of North Dumpling, and he was telling us some of the different things. Like he had a flag. His flag was a white flag with a tiny dumpling in the corner. His national anthem was the sound of rocks being thrown in the water. He had this like fake currency that he called dumpling dollars, and to be able to enter the island, he created this like kind of like a passport, and the passport had everybody's face and bare butt on the passport, so he would know what you were looking like as you came and left. His army was like his dog. He named his mother like the Duchess of, was it the Duchess of Nepotism? It was the Duchess of something hilarious. He's like, obviously, clearly it's a joke, but he goes through the legal processes to make this an actual country. So he has these fake dumpling dollars that he gives friends as a joke when they visit. And so friends that are like living in New York go back to New York, are visiting bars, get drunk, try to pay in dumpling dollars. The government catches on. They're like, what are these dumpling dollars? What is happening? They figure out it's North Dumpling Island. Apparently this guy is friends with President Bush. So President Bush is like, I'm gonna go fly out there and I'm going to, you know, just have a conversation with him. Tries to land his helicopter. This dude is like, no, you have to go through the proper like legal Air Force whatever to be able to land on my country. Bush thinks it's funny, sees the humor in it, goes ahead and like files all of that legal paperwork necessary to land on his country, and has a steak dinner with him because they're buddies, and over the steak dinner convinces him to dissolve his country and just become a part of the state of New York again. Hope you enjoyed that one. I fear it's starting to rain. But Madison is very cute. It's a little more like businessy than lots of cute little shop Main Streety. I mean, there are some cute shops and some restaurants and coffee shops and stuff, but not as many as Mystic. So I'm glad I spent most of today in Mystic. Still glad to come see a little bit of it. Namely, I came this direction to A, see the beach, and B, get a lobster roll. So don't feel like I'm missing out on too much. Also, I got to this area right after 5 and most stores close at 5. So the couple stores that are here, I think are probably all closed down by now, but successfully found a bathroom and it's nice to walk the streets. The ladies at Lobster Landing are actual angels. I could have sworn when I checked their website earlier, it said it closed at 9. But when I routed from Madison, it said closing soon. And I said, uh-oh, how soon? I was going to get there like 5 minutes late. So I called them and I was like, hi, I am en route to you, but I'm going to be there 5 minutes late. Is there any way that I could place an order over the phone? And they said, yeah, let's do it. And so they were taking all the tables and stuff away, so I couldn't stay there. So I routed to just anywhere near the water. It says GF. This is huge. Okay, Lobster Landing. I see why you're so popular. It smells really lemony and buttery, flippery, flust.
Baked on a buttery, crispy crust.
Damn, flaky.
Second best lobster roll of my life. Nothing will beat the Eventide one because that is a brown butter steam bun lobster roll. But this is definitely second best I've had. This is living, let me tell you what. As mentioned, I got a big reset night ahead. I gotta upload all this footage and I gotta try to get enough sleep because I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling like pretty wiped today. Just lots of adventuring, I think. Thank you again to Quince for making incredible suitcases. I'm really pumped about that, and also just being a brand I love so much. This is the cardigan that I wear pretty much every single day. When I travel, I use it as my little, like, I gotta snuggle something when I sleep. So I'll link all the things from them down below. These earrings that are back in stock, the cashmere, the suitcase, the beach fit, all of it. I'll have a link down below for you. See you in the next vlog in Nantucket. I've never been to Nantucket. I'm so excited. I feel like it's just going to be very me. I'm sure there'll be more sailboats and more lighthouses and more lobster rolls. So things will be okay. I love you guys. Bye.